Hello, in this video I come up with the topic SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited. So this is the steel making company of India. This is a public sector undertaking which is owned by the government of India, and the government has got 74.9% shares in SAIL. And this is ranking 20th in the world in the production of steel and third in India. In India, the private sector is doing well in the production of steel, and the first rank is taken by Tata and the second rank by JSW. After these two companies, SAIL is ranking third in the steel production in the country. And as of now, as on January 1st, 2020, the annual production of steel by SAIL is 16.30 million tons, and it is expected, or it has got a target to reach 50 million tons by the year 2025. It is working under Department of Investment and Public Assets Management. So this is under Ministry of Finance. So SAIL is under a ministry, that is Ministry of Finance, and under this department, under the ministry, it is working. And this is also called Hindustan Steel Limited. This is the native name of it, and this is initially formed with this name. This is headquartered at New Delhi, formed in the year 1954 on January 19th. So this is the formation date of HSL. Later it got transferred its name or shifted to SAIL in the year 1973. The present chairman of SAIL is Anil Kumar Chowdhury. He has every authority to look after the SAIL as a whole and all the steel plants also. And let us see some brief history about SAIL. This is formed with the name Hindustan Steel Limited in the year 1954. This was initially looking after one steel plant, that is Rourkela Steel Plant in Orissa. At that time, the office of HSL was in New Delhi. Later in 1956, the office got shifted to Calcutta. Later again, two more steel plants joined HSL. They are Bhilai Steel Plant and Durgapur Steel Plant in the year 1957. So again, from Calcutta, the headquarters got shifted to Ranchi in the year 1959. So this is in Jharkhand. And again, Bokaro Steel Limited joined HSL in the year 1964. This is how steel plants slowly started adding up to HSL, and various steel plants were established in various states. So all of them came under HSL. So finally, steel production of India under SAIL increased to 3.7 million tons by the year 1968 to 69 and 4 million tons by the year 1972 to 73. So this is showing high progress in the production of steel. And at that time, the production of steel or steel plants were under HSL was under Ministry of Steel and Mines. So under Ministry of Finance, it is now presently placed, but this was under this ministry at that time. So the ministry felt that as steel production is increasing, we need to put a one roof authority over the production of steel and the marketing of steel and everything. So it made a policy for managing the whole of steel plants, the production, the marketing, and everything under steel production from India. So it placed a policy before Parliament, and it got approved in the year 1972 on December 2nd. So thus SAIL was formed, an autonomous authority for whole of steel production in India. So SAIL started its working from 24 January 1973. So this is the history from the formation of Hindustan Steel Limited in 1954 to SAIL's working in the year 1973. Now let us see what SAIL holds. So as we know, SAIL has got steel plants under it, and steel plants are of two types: integrated steel plants and special steel plants. Integrated are those in which from the starting point of manufacturing, that is iron ore production, iron ore stage to the final production of steel as a final good. So all of this will be done in a one steel plant, and they are called integrated steel plants. Special steel plants are those in which steel is produced in the form of sheets or coils, and this steel has to be again taken up to processed for the final good. So these are special steel plants. So in integrated steel plants, the facilities are more because we are starting from manufacturing and we are doing casting, rolling, and blast burning in furnaces, everything. For everything we need huge setup. So there are 5 of these kind of steel plants in India. One in Bhilai, Rourkela, Durgapur, Bokaro, and Burnpur. And there are 3 special steel plants: Salem, in Durgapur, in Bhadravati. So these are 3 special steel plants. And we also have refractory units under SAIL. So refractory units are those in which all that is needed for the production of steel in integrated and special steel plants that is produced in refractory units. So any machinery for blast furnace or any other metals like aluminium, magnesia, silica are needed in these companies, in these plants. So all of that is produced in refractory units of steel plants. So there are 4. One is Bandarida, Bhilai, Ramgarh, and one in Ranchi. And we have one ferroalloy plant in which other alloys are also mingled with ferrous, that is iron. And other metals could be nickel or aluminium, silica or magnesia, so anything of like that. So we have one such plant, that is ferroalloy plant, under SAIL. And there are other centers apart from these producing plants. Some other centers like Center for Marketing Organization, which is involved in marketing of steel, and Research and Development Center for Iron and Steel for research in this field, and Center for Engineering and Technology in steel production and all. This is in Jharkhand, Ranchi, and Environmental Management Division is also there. So this is how it has got other centers also, and we'll see about each plant individually now. The first one is Rourkela Steel Plant. So this is in Orissa, formed in 1959. This is the first iron and steel plant under public sector in India. So this is established with Germany collaboration with this country. And the second one is Bhilai Steel Plant in Chhattisgarh, 1959. So this is established with USSR collaboration with the Soviet Union. And the third one is Durgapur Steel Plant. This is in West Bengal, formed in 1965, and the Britain helped us in the establishing of Durgapur Steel Plant. And the next one is Bokaro Steel Limited. This is in Jharkhand. So this is formed in 1965. This is also with Soviet Union collaboration. We formed it. But this is also called first Swadeshi Steel Plant, because the majority of equipment that this steel plant has got was majorly indigenous, that is produced in India, though it is with collaboration of Soviet Union. And we also have one in West Bengal, that is Indian Iron and Steel Company Organization. It is also called ISP Steel Plant. SP stands for. This is formed in 2006. This is in Bonpur in West Bengal. But this is formed in 1978 only. But this was a subsidiary under SAIL. So later in 2006, this got completely merged with SAIL. So I have given this year of 2006. This has got the largest blast furnace in India. So integrated steel plants will have blast furnaces for burning, blast burning the ore. So the largest one is in this particular steel plant. And as I've told, we have 3 special steel plants. One in Durgapur, West Bengal, that is alloy steel plant. Salem Steel Plant in Tamil Nadu, Vishveshwaraya Iron and Steel Limited in Bhadravati in Karnataka. So these are 3 special steel plants, and one ferroalloy plant, as I have told, that is Chandrapur Ferroalloy Plant in Maharashtra. And this has also got 4 refractory units. As we have seen, 3 of them are in Jharkhand and 1 in Chhattisgarh. So these are all the whole plants under a SAIL, and we also have joint ventures done by SAIL. It is integrated with, it is collaborating with some power companies like NSPCL for production of power, and JP Cement. JP Cement is a company, and B is for Bhilai. So Bhilai Steel Plant and JP Cements both come together, and this is how it is integrating with even with cement plants. And we have MOIL, Manganese Ore India Limited. It is also doing joint ventures with this, and SNTMC. S stands for SAIL and T stands for Tata Mine Company. So mines is for coal, so it is also integrated with coal companies. So this is how it's conducting joint ventures with other private companies also. And this is the whole about SAIL, and thank you.